thanks to BetterHelp, Rocket Money, and ZocDoc for sponsoring today's episode. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. It's going to be a delightful day. We're going to laugh. We're going to probably sing at times. And you yourself are going to have a moment where you realize something about yourself, listeners.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Revelation-sode.
Yep. It's a revelation-sode.
Now, before we even get started, I was wondering, Zach, did you were these tots for the table? Or did you bring them in to sit next to your seat? And because I've eaten about half of the bag.
Miles, you've eaten more than half of the bag. You've eaten.
And these
brought them. Sorry, the energy you brought into the. I hate to start the episode this way.
Okay, don't call us out like this.
I really hate to start the episode this way. Zach brings in the tots. He puts them down on the table, looks at me, and goes, "Tots." That to me is an invitation. And Miles, I'd love for you to have most of these tots.
You're dressed like ketchup and mustard today. In what world were these tots not for the table?
That's what I'm saying. Okay,
of course the tots are for you.
I have another criticism of Zach.
Let's just get it all out of the air,
and
we can start clean. Right?
I have a few for Zach as well.
Yeah.
I ask a question and you like it and you think that's a response. And sometimes it's not even yes or no question. And then you're like, yeah, I answered that.
You're talking about on a Google, on a text thread. Okay, you asked me a question, which I don't even know if it was a real question. Mm-hmm. Thumbs up, though. And during that, Miles just quickly put on a big duster jacket.
I'm loving. Whose is this?
I have no idea.
This is
Where did that come
This
from?
is amazing. See, now my outfit really makes sense. Yeah. Everything is in its right place. Miles is wearing leather.
Mm-hmm.
A top for you, sir. You've earned it.
Thank you, Zach.
But that's a small criticism. Honestly, Zach, I think you're doing great overall.
Okay.
I think Zach is also doing great
This
overall.
is your mid-year review. You're doing great.
Now, we haven't addressed something huge that's in the room right now, Keith's hat. Will it come up?
Keith, you seem afraid to speak.
I found this hat outside. I think it's one of the silly hats that like Jack wears sometimes when he's being silly Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Silly Jack.
Right? We all know silly Jack.
Yeah.
But there's the red one, which we all know super well, where he wears with the big
Dapper Jack
thick glasses. Mm-hmm. But I don't know where this one came from.
I don't know where it came from, but I'll tell you that I've worn it.
Is it from the Oops, My Penis is on the internet with this Jared's hat?
You think that's his penis hat?
I don't know.
It's a good theory.
It's a guess.
I think no, because that's red.
His penis hat was red?
I thought that it was.
No, there's no way we gave him a red
If
tip.
anything, it would have been tan.
Look, in this picture of you and I being totally normal as the Puppet Sisters, we...
That's not this hat,
That's that hat.
So it's your hat.
It's not my hat. It's the office's hat.
It's nice. It's smooth.
I don't know how to describe the hat. It's small. It's round.
I can describe it.
It's round. It honestly feels like it should be what a bowler is, but I don't think bowlers have this pizza crust situation at the base.
Bowlers aren't crusted. Stuffed crust.
Stuffed crust. It doesn't look like stuffed crust.
An uncrustable bowler.
When was the last time you guys had a stuffed crust pizza?
You know what I'll say? I don't think you don't taste enough.
Let's order one for the second up.
That
would be great. We try a stuffed crust. People love when we eat on mine.
What I'm jealous about, if you ever seen this, international Pizza Huts have like cheeseburger pizzas where there's full cheeseburgers around the pizza, which is insane. And I don't know how that's not an American.
Tell me, I can't visualize this.
It's a pizza. And
Yeah.
then there's like, boop, 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 boop.
And
There's
is
like,
it just the patty or a full bun?
the crust goes around them like it's an
Whoa.
open-faced burger.
It's pretty wild.
It's crazy.
I think that it's like more for the wow factor. Like you're not necessarily going to get, it's like the double down.
Right.
You're not necessarily going to order the double down, but you're going to think about it, decide not to, and order something.
Because nobody wants a
Chicken.
burger that's been in a 500-degree oven for 12 minutes.
No, it's disgusting.
Charred burger.
Charred
Just
beef.
so dry.
Oh, yeah. I guess maybe the sauce, there's sauce that kind of leaked through, perhaps.
Leaks.
There's maybe leaks in there.
There's some leaks.
I heard that leeks are sort of nature's onion. Is that true?
Yeah.
I'm looking around and wondering why Rainie and I don't have a fun little hat or jacket.
I mean, I'm wearing this coat. I'm probably going to take it off just
You
'cause
got
I'm
me,
getting
girl?
toasty.
Yeah.
Do you got you too? Okay.
Oh.
I just want to make sure that we're all included.
We all got to be included.
You know,
Did you bring some for
Rainie's
the table?
shorts are the same color
And
as
then-
Miles' shirt.
Weird that Miles just decided to take the jacket off. He just
Put it
wants
right
to
on the
be.
floor.
Well, I was getting hot, and I didn't want it to, sort of make me too hot. What's up, guys? I feel like I haven't seen you in a second.
I know.
feel
Well,
that way
we've been
too.
traveling. We've been shooting and doing stuff.
Oh,
and
that's right.
It's been busy town, USA. But now we're here and we're podcasting again. I just listened to the dumpling/egg episode this
Oh,
morning.
yes. Well, the
It's
eggs
a
were revealed. Were they
riot.
revealed yet, or was it a sort of next time on?
No, they're in the second half because they're hard boiled.
Oh, that's
But the
right.
next time on was the other version of eggs. unboiled.
We were just
That's right. Oh, that's right.
Remember?
That's right. I do remember.
There is a second egg episode in a
man.
totally different way.
In a totally new light. Yeah, I liked that dumpling episode. I thought it had a good energy.
It's giddy.
Sometimes I pop in there and I just listen.
It was the table. It was the table.
I'll tell you the reason we haven't seen you in a while is because we were shooting some travel videos. And if you're not over on Second Try yet, just let me tell you, we got some heaters coming up. And you can do a 3-day trial, so you can watch everything we've done, and then decide, yeah, it's pretty dope.
3-day trial, man.
But we did more of the Fun City scavenger hunt videos.
Oh yeah, we shot 2 of them.
2 of them. We did one in Miami. We did one in Disney World.
Disney
in Florida.
World.
That's that world I hear.
Cross the parks.
What was one of the sort of fun challenges that you found? Not to spoil the video, but what was in Miami?
Miami
I
was
haven't spent
crazy.
much time in Miami at all.
Miami was a whirlwind.
I'll give you one little spoilie.
Please.
Is that Kwesi and I had to get on a jet ski ride. We did it. The instructor said, "Stay in my wake," meaning like don't just stay behind me.
Yeah, right.
Kwesi was driving because if you're born after 1988, you have to have a boat license to rent this jet ski. So
You're too young.
I'm too young.
You're too young at the
Really?
age of 34?
Yeah, I'm
What
too
an
young.
arbitrary rule.
I am
You have to be 35. You have to run for president to be able to drive a jet ski?
That's insane.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is so
Too young
funny.
to run for president, too young to ride a jet ski.
Wow, that is ridiculous.
So weird.
So Kwesi gets scared and immediately goes, well, clearly I'm supposed to be out of the wake. So he very sharply turns the boat or the jet ski to go over the bump. And I go, Kwesi, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, my bad. Rips it back the other way. So we're just now doubling over the bumps. And in one of those turns, he flips the jet ski. This is seconds into, like, we just got out of the bay. We just started. We end up in the ocean, which was for points.
Judging.
And Kwesi's glasses are now at the bottom of the Atlantic.
Wow.
Yeah.
How blind is Kwesi? Can he not see?
I don't know.
I think they're
boy.
pretty low prescription.
Yeah, I
but,
think
that is.
but it does
jet
suck
skis-
to lose glasses because you got to get new ones.
The beginning of the day,
Yeah,
too. And they were
right.
also his sunglasses because he has transitions.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I had my
that's
phone
so
in my
good.
pocket, my sunglasses on my head, and my hat on my head. Somehow I lost none of them.
Wait, breaking news! Breaking!
What?
Dixie D'Amelio.
What? Wait, what?
Dixie D'Amelio, what?
I have to run. Are you freaking kidding me?
Dixie D'Amelio posted a clip of the tripod on her Instagram.
No, really? No fucking way.
No!
I can't believe this is happening. Should I
This
play
is a
This
fire
is
alarm.
Huge. Wait. Before you
Dixie,
play it.
what's that?
shaking?
What is
Before you play
happening?
it, everyone, how are you feeling right now in this moment?
Oh my gosh, this is the biggest celebrity who's ever noticed me. I literally was standing there getting ready to leave the room because I was getting bored, and then I saw that.
Okay.
Okay, well,
that last part was a little unnecessary.
I don't
I
feel
would
like
say-
we need to say that. I was going to back to work, you could say.
What's the clip? I'm in it.
It's from, yes.
Eyelashes. Did you know that, and I don't know if this is true because it just came from a 300-person followed account that's like a stan account of one of the D'Amelios, but apparently one of the D'Amelios is a Try Guys fan, according to this very tiny.
Guys, if we can get in a room with Charlie. Wait. I
It
kind
might have
of
been Dixie.
disassociated for a second. Are we, this is real?
This is real. Let me go to my mentions.
Someone sent to you.
Yeah, on my Twixler.
I would say Dixie is even better. I'd be more excited
I
about
think
Dixie.
it was Dixie.
I was
taking shots at her
That's a
sister.
tyranny. I don't know.
By the way, also fucking everybody's sorry, while Keith's looking that up, I just have to say that everyone who ever doubted me is a hater ass loser. Yes, Zach, you know what I'm fucking talking about. Everybody who fucking doubted me. Zach,
What is
That-
it? What's the
She
caption?
said, and she said, wait, hi, at Try Guys. It's real and it's me. I'm DMing her,
This is-
obviously.
You've got,
Holy shit.
call her for the
She's
second
gotta
episode today.
She's got to come on the podcast.
This is
as long as
electric.
she's not canceled by the time we have her on.
She won't
Okay?
be. She won't be.
She won't be.
She's
won't be.
tame.
Not our,
She's tame.
not our queen. And by the way, Miles, you've been saying that forever. Not our queen.
Who? No, excuse me. I've never said that. Rainie edited it out. I've always been Dixie
We've
loyal.
always talked about how much Dixie and we just feel like we're on the same level, that we make the same kind of content.
To have Dixie on the show is not even, at this point, it's not even a possibility, it's a fact.
It's a probability.
Dixie's going to come to the show. How do we maximize our conversation when Dixie's
This
here?
is such a deeply validating moment for you, Miles, and can we just like give the biggest fucking high five that ever has been given?
Oh! I think you go on to say, actually, in that clip that you were talking about Addison Rae.
He certainly was. By the way, I was like, I hope she doesn't play the part where I say Addison Rae. And I was like, maybe her next slide is just like an Addison. She goes after her. Well, I got to stop. We got to stop.
What are we going to
talking so cavalierly? Dixie's going to hear this.
Well, I assume she hears everything we say. What are we going to do in the Dixisode?
We could not call it that.
It can't be called the Dixisode.
Call it that, first of all. But it can't call it that.
She's a Dixipreneur, and I think I'd like to talk to her about about her Dixipreneurship.
The Dixisode.
Because she's a Dixipreneur, and I'm curious to hear about her investments. I'm curious to hear about her social strategy. I'm curious to hear about what's next for Dixie D'Amelio.
I want to know like what she's working on.
I want to know what kind of car she drives. I want to know what kind of lotion she uses.
I want to know her... gross. I want to know her...
Sorry, why is that gross? Skincare is normal,
face lotion.
Zach.
You're saying face lotion.
I want to know her Dix hobbies.
Zach.
Hey, Zach, all this is going to be edited out because if you can't get your head in the game, Dixie's on her way, basically, to the studio.
She's listening to this right now, and she's got a little pro and cons checklist.
Yeah.
And she's going, check on one
Okay,
side
well, where
and
do
then
you
check
think
on
this
the
hat
other.
is fitting in the pros and cons list?
Absolutely, this is a pro.
Keith keeps the hat. I think I should put the jacket back on.
Plug at Dixie's Palapa.
Plug at Dixie's house? Oh
Plug at Dixie D'Amelio's house.
I have seen an Architecture Digest of her.
Makes it even easier for her. She doesn't have to travel.
Dixie, we'll be in your Palapa out back. You come whenever you're ready.
What is a palapa? Stop it with this.
What's a palapa?
What the fuck is a palapa?
Is that like falafel?
Don't bring your sort of weird, like, rich guy shit into this. Like, what is a palapa?
Palapa. It is a
tent?
a covered outside house without walls. Palapa.
I like a pergola.
Outside.
But pergola's slats.
Yeah, no.
So palapa's no slats.
You guys are so uncultured.
Sorry, Dixie has a bodega.
will never respect you.
I gotta say, Dixie doesn't have a palapa. It's gotta be a bodega.
Yeah,
bodega?
Is that
what I'm thinking of?
Bodega's a shop.
Gazebo.
I bet she has a bodega.
Sorry.
He sells fruit and snacks.
I was thinking about a
And
gazebo.
she has a cat there.
Dixie has a gazebo, and that's final. I think, guys, when she comes, I think we just have to talk really cool. We have to be cool and confident because if I get, let's say I get grid post 0.5 with Dixie.
Right.
This could be huge for me. You guys are already
That's
cooked
your breakout
at this
moment.
point. Right?
Well, it's only downhill for us.
I have that Gen Z. I can tap into the youth culture in a way that it will benefit me.
I think this is true. We should stand down.
No, you obviously
get
have
her
to
on
be
Eat
in
the
the
Menu.
episode. She's not going to want to be on with me.
I'm going to steal her all of them myself. She's
like,
going to come on Eat the Menu and eat.
Well, let's go through the entire try catalog here, the trialogue.
Like, where does Dixie really? What both does she help and what helps her?
And honestly, I would say it's more where does she not fit in? So
In a competition, she's got to be in.
That is the funniest use of her time. To have her come in and be uncandid is like so fucking funny and good.
Which restaurant gets the most excited about Dixie D'Amelio? And we just do hidden camera and have her come in, and then Miles goes up and goes, "Oh, hey, Dixie." And she goes, "Hey." And then we see if we get free cookies.
Oh, that's not bad. Best chain restaurant to do the nay-nay in?
Yeah, she's kind of a dancer.
She's a dancer.
Does she do the nay-nay?
I feel like she does the viral dances.
Escape the Kitchen. I want to see Dixie tortured
that
by
would be incredible.
Smoke
riddles.
show? Come on.
Dixie, if you want to smoke. Okay, here's what we do. Smoke show in the morning, eat the menu in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's
easy peasy.
Really, that's clean. Tripod.
Easy peasy.
Dixie on trolley. Dixie on trolley problems against Miles.
Whoa, that would be an honor.
Honestly, I would really love the Dixies against each other on trolley problems.
The Dixies.
That's
the Dixies.
so
the
funny.
D'Amelios.
Dixie D'Amelio and Dixie Bonsignore.
Oh yeah, Dixie
And Dixie Bonsignore. Well, obviously
The
they were
D'Amelios.
at VidCon, we're peers, but we never got to meet up with them.
We tried to go into their. Did we say this on the podcast?
Yeah.
We tried to go into their dressing room. Not their dressing room, their waiting room.
Their dressing room. Do not say
Zach,
it like that.
Don't
Their
say
green
that.
room. Their green room.
Dressing room.
Their green room.
And by green room, it really means an area that was like had black curtains around a square that everybody used throughout that day. But during that 40-minute time, they had use of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Very different than a dressing room.
Guys, this will change I think the tripod's numbers are going to triple.
They're gonna triple dipple.
Okay,
Triple dipple.
This is huge. This is like this is a big win for.
This is a watershed moment. Yeah.
Tell her trolley problems.
Don't tell her.
I want to see the menu drug show without
Anything she wants. Anything she wants.
Tell her to come to my house.
Dixie as a judge on Without a Recipe, judging bows.
Yeah. Okay, so there are some things in life that are okay to be a total crapshoot, like a cheap Instagram ad impulse buy, or mixing it up by getting takeout from a new place, or maybe rolling the dice on a new workout class. But finding the right doctor should not be a total crapshoot. And with ZocDoc, it's not, because you've got more options than you know. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality, in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skincare, and much more. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. I know when I first moved to LA, I had a really hard time figuring out what my new doctor situation would be, and I really just so wish that I had ZocDoc back then. It would have smoothed out the process, made it so much easier for me. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/tripod. Find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/tripod. ZocDoc.com/tripod. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. You know, I have some non-negotiables in life. I like to, eat something delicious once a week. I also try to eat healthy stuff as often as I can. Obviously, I'm trying to spend as much time with Henry as possible, and my schedule can get really, really packed. So it's easy to let some priorities slip. But it's good to make, some non-negotiables for yourself. And for me, a new one that I have added in is therapy. It's important to keep that one always happening, no matter how busy I get. Having that opportunity to just have a sounding board for the things you're going with, it's really helpful. And if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire and you get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Never skip therapy day with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/tripod today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/tripod.
Oh, yeah.
Dixie D'Amelio bow showdown.
Oh,
I mean, the opportunities are endless.
Can I tell you another?
Woo, yeah.
What's up?
We knew that we were homies. Actually, this is too braggadocious. Strike it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Zach was about to.
Before you
now we
it.
can't. Now we have to include that and what you're about to say.
What's this?
Push it away.
Zach pushed it away. He said that's too braggadocious.
Bye.
Strike it, and he pushed the mic away.
Well,
are you about to do like an entertainment industry brag here?
We already knew that she was on the way to the podcast as well.
Yeah.
But Rachel Ziegler did give Keith and I that direct follow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what
I'm so
happened?
jealous.
I thought Ziegs was going to come on.
She's gone, but she's hanging out in New York.
Oh, that's
She's
true.
in New York.
I love Rachel Ziegler.
We're trying to see if we can't do anything when we're out there for the tour.
Oh, that's really fun.
Like, because we're maybe shooting Fun City there.
Oh, have you been scheming?
I haven't been scheming. I've been trying to figure out, is there something we can... I just said, like, hey, we're going to be shooting stuff. If you're available down, are you down? And she says, yeah, I'm absolutely down if I'm available.
Okay, need to know this on the record, for the record.
Yeah, please.
What's good for the pod is good for all of us.
That's right.
If we have an opportunity to do a pod and y'all aren't there, how do you feel? Look at Rainie's about to cry.
Well, here's what's going to happen. Bozo. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen, fucker. You do a podcast with Rachel Ziegler, and I think that you, at the very least, have to FaceTime me.
Yeah.
At the very least, I expect you to FaceTime.
At the very least, you're flying me in.
That's the least is like our relationship is severed, but you try to salvage it with a FaceTime. And at very most, first class flight, Alaskan Airlines, go up to Alaska, over to New York.
Yep.
I hang out in Alaska for a couple of days. just kind of seeing stuff. I've never been up there. I've always wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you fly me in. And so me and Rainie are sort of tag team. We're there for Ziegler.
Mm-hmm.
We get to see Ziegler. We get to hang out with Ziegler. You guys record the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Rainie go home.
And you get tickets to Romeo and Juliet, written by Jack Antonoff.
Of course.
It was an emotional roller coaster. Just sort of like, I feel like we're all coming down off of it. Just the idea that Dixie, I'm on Dixie's story right now.
Oh my gosh, that's true. You can repost it as soon as you get out of here.
And so am I, looking like this.
Yeah,
So we should do it.
honestly, it does make me be like, I should sit with better posture in case I get reposted.
Let's see. Let's just see if she's following Miles yet.
Should we start
definitely not
saying
following
things
me.
that we know that Dixie will put on her story? Dixie D'Amelio is the greatest person ever in the world. Follow Dixie.
Hashtag follow Dixie. We love her. Best.
Hashtag Dixie Mimi.
Hashtag Dixie D'Amelio. Get it trending.
Get that Dixie trending.
Are you ready for the segment?
I'm so ready for the segment.
I mean, it's been a wild ride already this episode, so I can't wait to see where it goes next.
Zach, here, you wanted a costume, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, here's some tape. Now
that was lifetimes ago.
That
was pre-Dixie news.
Yeah.
that was pre-Dixie drop.
Here's some tape that I want you to put on your glasses right here.
Okay.
This is part 1 of 2.
Wait, this is I like
measuring
this a lot.
tape. This is cute. This is
That's a
measuring
nice tape.
Fun tape.
That's cool.
It's tape that
It's
looks like
tape.
measuring tape. That's so clever.
It's tape that's tape.
I'm going to look like Taylor Swift in that music video.
Oh, yeah. And then Miles put on the jacket.
Okay, the jacket's got to come back on.
Now, just to be clear, I don't want any fun lines that Dixie may put on her story from this point forward, because I'm cosplaying as a Dorcas from a 90s movie, and I don't want her to see me this way.
Whoa, that is giving like nerd from the... It honestly... Rainie! Whoa! Rainie has a wig?
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Rainie!
That looks good.
Whoa, Rainie, where did you get that wig?
Good. Is this like a look you need to have?
A pixie?
Well, to me, it's pixie, but it's like in the way that an old woman has a pixie.
Pixie D'Amelio?
Pixie D'Amelio?
Oh, she has short hair sometimes.
Yeah.
This is itchy, but I am wondering if I should cut my hair all the way. It's
That's
very
fun.
chic.
It's
very
cute.
chic.
To describe this, it's a short pixie gray hair, but it looks like almost my haircut in the front, but then when you turn your head, you realize that there is such volume.
Well, it's because
in the
it's
back.
over all of Rainie's hair.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like you're an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's giving you're hiding a giant cranium that you don't want us Earthlings to know about.
That's just the way I
Megamind
like it.
style.
Yep.
Okay.
What's the seggy?
Dun, dun, dun.
Whoa.
Whoa!
The lights are off.
Miles must be so dark.
Welcome, travelers.
Whoa.
I've gathered you guys for a meeting of the mind.
Whoa!
Whoa.
So we have Zach,
Hi.
San Francisco born and bred, owns a Tesla, is into cryptocurrency,
Oh boy.
kind of dweeby.
I don't like me.
Oh, we're playing characters?
Yeah.
Can I not be named Zach?
Yeah. What do you want your name to be?
White.
Okay.
Classic. This guy watches The Office one time.
Ah,
and he
shit. Okay,
fucking-
give me a new name. Who's into crypto?
Lenny.
Craig.
Craig.
Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Lenny Craig.
Lenny Craig.
Okay.
Lenny
Miles,
Craig.
Yes.
philosopher, solitude,
Methinks a little something.
dark cave.
Literally.
Keith, your dad's friend who knows a lot about World War II. Keynes, suburbs.
I'm a dad's friend, or it's my dad's friend who knows a lot about World War II.
You're your dad's friend who knows
I'm
a lot
my
about
dad's
World
friend who knows a lot about World War II. Okay.
Okay, so obviously the most brilliant people in our generation
Yeah.
are here with us.
Smart as heck. Oh!
Whoa.
All right, so essentially we're going to explore the deepest parts of all sort of intellectual things. We've got math, history, philosophy, poetry,
You're in crypto.
stock market,
Yep.
Doc?
and just we're answering all the unanswerable questions.
Oh.
How's this for an idea, just to start us off?
Yeah.
Stock market, it's a store that sells beef stock.
I like that.
That's funny.
Really nice.
And
would do
they
well.
could be out of stock.
Sorry, we're out of stock.
Yeah.
We're out of stock. So starting us off, what do you guys think of the Pythagorean theorem?
Pythagorean theorem?
The Pythagorean theorem.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
C squared. I remember the Pythagorean theorem when I unlocked it in my sort of math class.
Yeah.
I remember feeling extremely smart, and I was like, everything makes sense now. Like I was given the tools to sort of understand it all.
Yeah, math is actually really cool. Like when you get it, it's like, whoa, this is beautiful.
Math is cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to admit something right here, right now. I'm trying to remember why the Pythagorean theorem, what it does.
Yes, I know what it does.
Please, Keith. Enlighten us, Keith.
Would you like to find the area of a triangle?
I would.
I believe that's how you do it. Or it's just to find the long one.
Yeah.
The long one, the hypotenuse.
The hypotenuse.
Oh,
it's to
so
find
it's
the
not
other
the
one.
area.
Not the
It's
area.
to find the other one.
It's to find the other one. It's to find any of them.
Yeah.
It's to find the other one.
If you know two
Hey,
of them,
welcome
you can find the
to
other one.
Tripod Math class. You got two of them and want to know the other one?
You got A, you got B, but what the fuck is C? Well, A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Equals C squared. But it does feel like magic when you're a kid and they're like, okay, let's say I run a bunch of miles. Like, let's say I'm running on the road and I run a couple miles down this way and then I take a right and I go a couple miles this way. But now actually I'm running late and I want to just run right back to where I started through the cornfield. How long do I have to run through the cornfield? And it's like, okay, that's actually kind of cool that you can use that theorem to figure it out. I like math, man.
I like math.
I'm not anti-math. I'm no Terrence Howard.
Yeah. I mean, my mom was a math teacher, so I always excelled because I had a kind of a private tutor.
Excel.
I excelled.
Which Excel, everyone knows, is a math spreadsheet application.
That's
As
true.
everyone knows.
Microsoft Excel.
Do we know who figured out pi?
Who figured out?
I'm sure that we do, but we don't know. I'm sure that if we Googled it, we can figure it out.
Yeah.
3.1415926535.
Hey,
35,
Dixie
8, 9, 7, 9,
D'Amelio,
3,
who
5,
figured out pi?
We should.
It's just giving me stuff about Dixie D'Amelio. Oh my God. Dixie D'Amelio has something called the Pi Song on YouTube.
Right now. It's all coming together.
Science presents 100 digits of pi. 3.14159.
She's just lip syncing. She's lip syncing.
Not just lip syncing. She's lip syncing with pizzazz.
She's kind of slaying though.
She's not singing, right?
No, but she knows all the words.
No, she was lip syncing and she was giving slay.
She was giving Slay big time.
Yeah.
All right, so we solved math.
Sorry.
Yep.
I'm done with that.
We solved
Can I
math
say this? Pythagorean theorem, kind of a slay.
It's kind of hot, honestly.
Kind of hot to know math.
Etymology is next.
Etymology?
Yeah.
That's where words come from.
We're going to reflect on words. Yeah, because words are sort of the backbone of the society.
I agree. It's how we talk.
Archimedes of Syracuse.
Archimedes is like a strong name. It's masculine.
Of Syracuse?
That's the pi guy.
New York or?
No.
A different Syracuse.
All right.
I thought it was New York too. And I was like, that can't possibly be true.
Archimedes is from New York?
No, I was really confused.
Naming a kid Archimedes could be kind of a power move.
Archie?
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 Archie, probably.
Archie, short for Archimedes.
Archimedes
so
Bonsignore.
Yeah, that's kind of litty.
Not too late. You can have another kid. You can do it.
Me and Sarah were talking about names before we had Julian, and we were like, what about Leo? And I was like, short for Leonardo. And Sarah was like, no, I just wanted to be Leo. And I was like, but Leonardo Bonsignore.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a powerful name.
So Italian.
I know, very Italian.
Leo is cute. Scumbag. This one's easy.
What are we talking? What's
The origin of the word
Yeah.
scumbag?
Yeah.
Oh, it had to be that people were shitting in a bag, bringing it around, no toilets, no aqueducts, Zach, pay attention. And it was kind of one of those, like, it was one of those sanitary things.
Maybe it's something that like skims the scum off the pond. You know how there is scum on top of the water, and it normally is a bag that skims the scum.
It's a skim scummer.
It's a scum skimmer.
Oh, sorry. That is correct. It's a scum skimmer. It's definitely a scum skimmer.
It's a scum skimmer, and it's a bag.
Yeah, okay. Zach, here's
why-
think carefully. Just think every letter.
You're telling me that he's not right?
No, he's not right.
Oh, shit.
Miles
I
is
love
right.
Is
that.
scum part of
Is
it?
it an anagram?
What does that mean?
Am I saying the wrong word? Is it something where it's like S stands for something, C stands for something?
No, I'll give you a clue.
Anagram is not that.
Cumbag.
It's
No.
a cum bag?
Like a
Is
condom?
it somebody coming in a...
A condom is a scumbag?
Yeah, a used condom.
Wait, where are you getting this, Rainie?
The internet.
From where?
From TikTok.
Hey, Rainie.
Rainie? I'm looking up for reals.
Hey,
right now.
that is... I'm just saying, research department. That is not accurate.
Well,
If someone says something on TikTok, it's because they want your money.
Okay. Confirmed.
It's because it's a used condom.
Research suggests it may have been originated as early as 1935. The word scum, semen, and bag, condom.
Wait, why did cum drop the S?
Because cum bag is like, you're such a cum bag.
No.
It's honestly more of a brutal thing to say.
He's saying we used to call it scum.
Now why do we call it cum?
People used to be like, oh, I'm going to scum?
Dixie, stop listening right now.
Hey,
I
Dixie,
don't
we're
want you
about
to hear
yeah.
what this next conversation is.
That's, I think, wise.
This is interesting and important, though.
Why would it be like, I scummed? That sounds grosser.
I'm scumming.
Oh, I scummed all over.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't like the other word. I don't like cum either.
But it's also, scum feels so derogatory for something that is
scumbag.
Also,
millions of, little swimmers.
We're using it wrong. It'd be I scame.
I scammed.
All right, the next one
I scumbird.
is much more tame. Pasteurization. Very hard, challenging.
Again, what are we doing?
We're guessing where the word came from.
The origin of the word, Zach.
I believe that there was a person named Pasteur.
Yes. Good job.
And the Pasteur, he realized that you needed to heat something up to a certain degree, and he named it after himself.
Yes. And he saved millions of people.
Oh, yeah, because before there was probably just bacteria in the milk.
Is the first name of that person start with an L?
Yes, Louis Pasteur.
It's in there. It's deep in there for some reason. I don't know why it's in there, but it's in there.
This is like Jeopardy.
Way to go, high school. You did it.
Louis Pasteur
Yeah.
created pasteurization.
Yeah.
Louis Al Pasteur. He also invented
He also invented pineapple pork.
pineapple pork on the street.
And that's,
taco.
we thank him for all the things he's done.
Yeah.
He also works in my church.
That's right. Louis Al Pasteur.
I also looked up his wife because I was just clicking around, and she is his assistant, and so I wonder if she actually did it.
I'm sure she helped a lot if she didn't do it. I promise you that all those old things that dudes came up with and there were ladies working there, that the lady was integral, if not the person who did it.
Yeah.
Lessons in chemistry.
Yeah. All right, let's go to poetry.
Oh, this one's going to be an easy ace for me.
This is Miles' court.
This is my core, baby.
Are you a poet?
Humst.
Fun.
Well, still asking? Yeah. I used to write poetry in my journal every single day after school.
Oh.
I was a little poet.
Do you
all
have
through
that
middle
journal
school.
that you could ever bring into work?
I'm sure I do. It's at my parents' house. It's lots of little poems. I journaled. I was such a journaler.
I
love a poem.
would fucking kill for your poetry.
A lot of them are also like, I have a crush on this girl, and she doesn't know I exist.
What if you just...
Well, looks like I'm going to play Banjo-Kazooie again. That's kind
What
of
if you just took that book without opening it, sent it to a publisher,
Publish.
make me 1,000 copies, I'm going to sell them.
Not a bad idea. Diary of a Middle School Poet.
Uh-huh.
That's cute.
Whoa.
That's a good title. First of all, that's a great title.
That's pretty good.
That's a great title.
I know where it is.
I'd like 10%.
No.
20?
Diary.
No, it's got to be 20.
Diary of a Middle School Poet / Gamer.
Oh, there's definitely game stuff in there. But I was an existential kid. I was always having ideas about stuff. It's kind of wild.
Well, okay, so I asked you guys to think of your favorite song lyric.
Yes.
So I want to hear, because the song lyrics can be very intimate and very near and dear to your heart.
I loved this assignment.
Oh, I'm glad.
This is a Zach Kornfeld assignment, if there ever were
I do
one.
like this assignment.
Well, it's interesting because as I've told you, I don't hear lyrics first. So
you
when
hear tone.
Yeah, I melodies, like
Energies.
instrumentation. When I listen to music, I don't engage with lyrics first and foremost. Versus Kaylin told me that she reads lyrics, or maybe it was Desiree, someone at this
both of
office,
them.
reads lyrics before a song even comes out.
Right.
Which is just a very different way to engage with music. So I was thinking about artists that I love who have really fun poetic music. But unsurprisingly, a lot of the lyrics that I like are either the beginning or end of the song. Literally the first line or the last line. And I think that's by virtue of the fact that my brain just doesn't process them that well.
That's so interesting. I feel like I'm a little bit of a halvesy. Like, I have songs that I like. The repeat songs, like the lyrics stick in my head and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm also, maybe this is just by proxy of like what the lyrics are serving, but typically my favorite lyrics are in sad music.
Yes, well, of course.
And I think that's just because sad music like is designed to be consumed in a different, more introspective way. Like, I think that there's a lot of amazing pop music with great lyrics, but typically like a more sad song is something I connect to more.
I agree with that.
Than being like, yeah, I just love to, I kissed a girl and I liked it.
Is that your lyric?
Yeah, that's my favorite lyric of all time. Who goes first?
Let's see. I mean, Keith, do you have one top of mind?
I do.
Okay.
So, and this one's not like, oh, the lyric means a lot to me. So the lyricist is Tim Minchin. who I've talked about before.
Oh, yeah.
Australian comedy writer, but I think he's excellent with lyrics. Like they always have double or triple meanings. And specifically, I'm going to choose the song from Matilda, the musical, Revolting Children. And it's the chorus. And it's, we are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children till our revolting's done. And we'll have the trunchbull bolting revolting. Because the entire time, she calls the children revolting.
Yeah.
They are using an uprising against her. So they are revolting. They're living in hard times, but they're also living in times where they are uprising. But the best part is we sing revolting songs using revolting rhymes, but they're actually saying we sing and you sing. So like the way he puts rhymes within the rhymes is like most people just
clever wordplay.
You just put the rhyme at the end of the lyric, right?
Yeah.
He puts rhymes throughout the whole lyric all the time. Almost all of his songs have I don't know if they're called this, but I call them internal rhymes. They're just rhymes within the stanza. So they go across. There's so many things that he rhymes within the song. And the whole thing has a double meaning the entire time. And we'll have the trunchbull bolting. Bolting is a double meaning because she's always using torture methods.
Right.
So they're going to torture her back. And also she will be running away. And she ultimately does get run out of the school.
That's really good.
It's very good storytelling. And it's constantly... And it's just a dope song.
Honestly, I didn't even, when I got this assignment from Rainie via text, I didn't even think about musical theater, but there are so many great musical theater lyrics that connect with me.
But that one, like, that was just one that came to me because I always, like, when I heard that song before I even saw the musical, I was like, wow, this is just well done lyric writing.
Yeah.
Just well done, sir.
That's super good.
And the musical's great.
I was listening to a podcast that, shout out Vibe Check, that was talking about how today we don't really have like songs about like political songs. Whereas like in the 60s, it was a huge part of that history was the music coming out. And I think it's interesting that we don't have that.
I would maybe push back against that and say that it's just not pop music. That like in like punk scenes or in like indie stuff, like there's a lot more music about tearing the system down.
Yeah.
I also would maybe venture to say that like even like someone like Chapel Roan, even a song about like about her identity is a political song.
Right.
Like there's sort of almost nothing that is not political music because of the time we live in and the way that like art and identity are kind of tied together.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Whereas like then it was a lot more specifically like stop Vietnam, like fuck the system. I think that there's elements of that in a lot of music, but they're just slightly different. I don't know.
I think you're both making great points. Yeah. Like to Rainie's initial point, the most popular music that came out of the 60s and 70s was, there were a lot of political songs. I think of Ohio by Neil Young, which was after the Kent State shooting where the National Guard came in, killed 4 people, right? Like that's a really popular song. All of Creedence Clearwater Revival, like Fortunate Son, is about being how rich people got to skip the draft, whereas the most popular songs today are usually about like get fucked up, take a shot, let's go.
Yeah, right. Like pop music.
Yeah,
which is mostly what I'm consuming. Like I think I'm consuming less political media in my music.
But let's consider when she said "That's me espresso," is she actually saying down with the patriarchy and capitalism needs to end?
Maybe it's a me espresso. It's a Mario espresso is sort of a political song inherently.
That's a me espresso.
It's a Mario. That's that Mario espresso.
That's a me espresso is a reflection on how we are all on the capitalist grind and we need the drug of caffeine to feed the machinery of corporations.
But there's less like, I guess there's some, Katy Perry's new album full of anthems.
Well, I think also like hip hop and rap music has a lot more political stuff all the time.
I mean Kendrick's stuff are just like that was. I listened to a lot of hip hop and rap and stuff when I was in like middle school, high school, and a lot of that stuff is super politically charged. Keith, I liked that lyric.
Yeah, me too.
Good job, Keith.
Good job, Keith.
Thank you. It was a whole chorus, so perhaps it's not a lyric, but
hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I can go next.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have 2. So I watched a movie recently. I feel like I can't remember if I talked about it. It's called I Saw the TV Glow, and it's a phenomenal movie. Did you do it on Guilty Pleasures? No.
No. You talked about it briefly on this show.
Maybe I just talked about the show. Fantastic movie. Highly recommend people watch it. It's sort of about like identity and being trans, but it's told through this lens of like sci-fi and horror in a really wonderful way. And there's 2 songs. The soundtrack is like fucking all bangers, but a lot of the songs are very existential and kind of like distorted and weird. And there's 2 songs. Let me do this one. This is a song by Caroline Polachek.
She's great.
Who's obviously sick as fuck. And the song is called Starburned and Unkissed. And it plays in the movie. I don't think it was made for the movie, but it just fits really well. It plays in the movie like this character is just kind of like on a long walking shot through a high school. And the song plays in its entirety. It's a long scene, but he's just walking through this high school and the camera just keeps following him and he keeps walking by kids, like almost trying to interact with them, but not really interacting with them. And the lyrics that I really liked were, and I'm going to speak them, I'm not going to sing them. Because there's always sort of, when you speak lyrics, it's kind of, do you sing them? No. Come home, the kettle's whistling, my heart's a ghost limb reaching, star-burned and unkissed, deep fried, this isn't how to be, naked of charms and your long sleeve, a bitter little seed in digital sand, and then you wake up.
Whoa, that's complicated.
And I thought that was fucking great. I think that deep fried, this isn't how to be, I really, really liked that. And it's like, a lot of that song is like sort of just weird, like lamenting of like, and it paired with the movie. It's very good. Deep fried. This isn't how to be. I think it's like being online too much, like being too inundated with like echoes of being online over and over and over. And that's just like not a way to live. And I thought that was cool.
Like the old phrase, like frying your brain off of like media.
Yes, exactly.
Interesting.
People used to say TV will fry your brain.
Yeah. And come home, the kettle's whistling. I just like, I don't know why. It's sort of just like something's wrong. Like come home.
Maybe it's like come home back. Like the kettle's whistling is come back to reality.
Yeah, right.
You know, have a cup of tea, talk to your friends in person, have a moment based in reality rather than being glued into technology, media.
Right. But I've been trying to connect with sad music recently a lot. It's been kind of bringing me home.
I love sad music.
Sad music kind of gets me there recently.
It helps you emote, I think.
Yeah. Or it also, I think, just grounds me in reality when I'm like too... Sometimes I remember hearing this. There's an interview with Ben Schwartz a long time ago where he's basically talking about how when you're an early creative... if all of what you're doing is creative, you run out of things to be creative about.
Yeah.
And he was like talking about like, I was doing improv and I was writing and I was like, why am I feel so fucking crazy? And his improv teacher or whatever was like, go to the zoo. Like just go out into the real world and stop making stuff. And then you're going to be inspired by just doing things in real life.
Yeah.
And I feel like sad music helps me with that piece of the creative process.
Well, it slows you down maybe.
Yeah. Or like it slows me down and allows me to think. Because I also am guilty of when I'm in my car, like running podcasts on repeat, which doesn't allow you time to think. It's just...
Unless it's this one.
Unless it's this one.
Here's a moment to think.
Thanks for listening, guys. No, but it's sort of... Dixie. Wake up, Dixie.
Can you imagine if you were listening to a podcast you really liked and they just said, wake up, Miles?
That would be terrifying. But yeah, I find that it gives me time to think.
Yeah.
Get emotional.
I like that. I vibe with that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
And everyone got
well, and so much of creativity is locked in sadness. It often stems from sadness, not always.
Yeah.
But if you're feeling those feelings.
Or I think that, it's like it stems from a longing for something and then it turns into something. Like even if it's like I have a longing for Baskin Robbins. The creative is I eat all the menu at Baskin Robbins.
Yeah.
Excellent example.
But I mean, like everything is like, you want something, you want to attempt something, you want to try something, you want to get something.
I do definitely think like when you're not listening to something that is creative or doing something creative, you find much more creativity. Like going to the zoo,
yes,
doing other stuff, like just inherently inspires you and makes you think of something to make. Like I have a hard time even just if I go see a movie, which I think is consuming creative content.
Yeah,
there will. Every time I watch anything, there's going to be a 3 minute span in there where my brain just walks away from the movie and is like, what if I did this?
Yes. Oh, totally.
And I missed whatever's been happening for the last 3 minutes. Hope nothing important happened.
What's Glenn Powell doing now?
And I can't ask Becky what's going on because then it's going to seem like I didn't pay attention. But really, my brain just walked out the door and was like, what if we put a bunch of flowers on this? What if I did a video about this?
I feel the same way, especially with movies in the theater. Like I saw this movie I'm talking about in the theater, and I loved the experience of having to watch it and not be on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
And like forcing myself to do that, I think that's one of the reasons the movie stuck with me so hard. And then if I had watched it at home and just kind of like...
Yeah, you would have pulled that phone out.
I probably would have pulled my phone out. I probably would have gone and gotten some snacks. I would have interrupted the experience of the art, which is, fun, but...
We all have lots and lots of subscriptions, right? But I bet you have some that you don't even remember because over 74% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. I did. And also, Becky and I got married, right? So we each had subscriptions and then we combined our lives and never thought about how we needed to combine some of those subscriptions. And thanks to Rocket Money, we're no longer double paying for subscriptions. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, I have full control over my subscriptions and a clear view of my expenses. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is submit a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money will take care of the rest. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/tripod. That's rocketmoney.com/tripod. rocketmoney.com/tripod.
Zach, what about you?
I pulled a couple, and none of these are lyrics that I would tattoo on my body. Mm-hmm. Maybe they would make an away message in AIM back in 2001.
That's good.
So I pulled a couple, and they're all quick ones. The first that came to mind was Modest Mouse from The Ocean Breathes Salty.
Oh,
we're going back, baby.
Baby.
The final line of that song he repeats is, "You wasted life, why wouldn't you waste death?"
I've loved that lyric for so fucking long.
You wasted life, why wouldn't you waste death?
What does that mean?
I love it. Well, what do you think it means, Rainie?
Well, I'm thinking, why are you afraid of death if you're not living?
Sure, I love that.
Okay, yeah. How do you interpret it?
To me, it's like, why wait? It's if there's a life, don't waste it. There's nothing after this.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna waste your life now, then you're gonna waste your afterlife. I don't know. It just, to me, it just means get living, buddy.
But it's also, that chorus is also crazy. The ocean breathes salty, why don't you carry it in my head, in my heart, in my
soul,
soul or whatever. Yeah, like
maybe we'll get lucky if we both grow old.
I don't know. I don't think so.
And then I think at one point, I hope so.
But it's like that.
Well, that is that, and this is that. Tell me what you want, and I'll tell you what you get. You get away from me. I don't know, man. Modest Mouse is great.
Some of that song to me is like, the ocean breathes salty as an idea is just like take the salt of what is going on. Like, things can be difficult.
I've never even thought about it. I'm telling you, I don't think about lyric. I was like, ocean breathes salty. That's cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I do like that lyric of I backed my car into a cop car
the other day. That was my initial.
Drove off. Sometimes life's okay. I think that is. There are times in life where you something really bad happens and then it's okay. And almost immediately it's okay. And you're like, oh, I guess it's not a big deal.
And by the way, that's how the song starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Is it Float On?
Yeah, Float On. I backed my car into a cop car the other day. He just drove off. Sometimes life's okay. I ran my mouth off a bit too much. What can I say? Well, we'll float on. Good news is on the way.
Definitely listen to Modest Mouse on my drive home.
Yeah.
But no, I think what we're doing also, because I also don't engage with the minutia of the art that I'm consuming that much, except in places like this. And I think that I should. Every time I do think about a lyric or I think about a meaning behind a movie or something, after I've seen movies recently, I've been looking at Letterboxd reviews and stuff that are just people's takes on the movie or analyses. And I feel like it makes me enjoy the art way, way more.
Yeah.
But my tendency is to be like, okay, I watched a movie. Let me go on TikTok before I go to sleep. Or okay, I watched a movie, instead of whenever I talk about a movie with Sarah at length, or Guilty Pleasures is the same premise, just discussing it at length is always so good.
Guys, this is a lost art form, but next time you see a movie you love, read a review.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. I love reading great writers. Yeah. It needs to be.
You have
great
to find
writer.
a good place because sometimes I look up reviews and I'm like disappointed.
Yeah, sure. A.O. Scott retired from New York Times, but he was one of the all-time great movie reviewers, and it always deepened my appreciation of what I just watched.
I find that that's true for me if I loved a movie, if I read a positive review. But I don't really, after I love a movie, I actually don't want to read a negative review because I don't care to.
No, I
want to change your mind.
I want to read an analysis.
I want to read an analysis.
Yeah, I don't want.
I want to read something where somebody dives into it. I don't want to read like someone shitting on it because.
No.
I like that, you know.
Yeah, I like to watch a movie that's very complicated and then go read someone help me understand it.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sort of see if they agree with my interpretation. It's like, well, I think this is what it meant, but I don't really know. Well, let me go see what someone else thought it meant and see if it lines up, or maybe I can learn more about the process of this film and what it's trying to teach me, because those heady ones are often very complicated and have a lot of weird themes, and they're meant to teach you something, and I'm not always sure if I'm getting it.
Yeah, or it's sort of the thing I'm searching for is like that class mentality, like being in a class and watching a movie and discussing it at length is so valuable. At the time when I was in a movie class, I did not appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I think now when I consume a piece of art, it's so rewarding to discuss it at length.
That's the best.
All right. Yeah. What?
I have more.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
If you want them.
What else you got?
Pop off.
Well,
You have more? Because I have one more.
I've got one.
okay. Well, then we'll round. I'll wait. We'll go.
Okay, I'll wait.
We'll go round.
Okay, well, why don't you go, Rainie?
Rainie goes, then Miles goes, then I go.
Okay, so this is from Brag Alert, Fiona Apple. Listen to her.
Oh,
Cool
good.
girl.
Good
Cool girl.
choice.
Okay, so there's this part, and it's called Ladies, 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 Ladies.
Yeah.
And there's this one, like, I don't know what the song, what
The part when she goes, ladies,
ladies, ladies, ladies. No, there's like a sort of bridge or something like in the song where it sounds kind of different than the rest of it, and she's pretty much talking about so take it. I'm gonna also read it. Take it easy when he leaves me. Please be my guest to whatever I might have left in his kitchen cupboards, in the back of his bathroom cabinets. And oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, there's a dress in the closet. Don't get rid of it. You look good in it. I didn't fit in it. It was never mine. It belonged to the ex-wife of another ex of mine. She left it behind with a note, one line. It said, I don't know if I'm coming across, but I'm really trying. So I love this because
Let's go. I didn't know you listened to Fiona Apple. That psychs me up. That album rocks.
This is the only, I do need to get more into her. This is the only album that's the only song that I really know about her.
Oh, really?
But I just discovered it recently. And I think it's just about this, like women a lot of times are like, oh yeah, you know, your ex's ex you don't like. But it's like, no, actually that's sort of fabricated. Like we don't actually care. And like there's this care between women. And that's what the song is about like this sort of like, why would we compare one another when both of our loves were great, and just like leaving a dress with a note being like, oh, it didn't fit me, you should try it on, it looks good on you. Like I think there's just, it's so loving, and it also is just like fun to listen to, and it bops.
Really good storytelling in that song too. It's akin to a folk song, right? It is painting the picture of a narrative.
Yeah exactly.
Great album.
really
You should
like
listen
that.
to it.
I don't listen to Fiona Apple at all. I feel like I should.
Yeah.
Fetch the Bolt Cutters. That was the most recent album.
Ooh.
That's the name of the album. It's great.
Yeah,
dude.
I have a very quick one.
Please.
And it's just, everyone knows I sing Creep every night to Henry.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Which is hilarious. But I love the end of the song because the end of the song is, whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. And the story of the song is that there's this person that he can't be with, and then she leaves, right? Yeah. And then he ultimately says, well, whatever makes you happy, whatever you want, because you're special. And I wish I was special, but I'm not. But it's such a, and I think it's so simple is why everyone likes Creep, because everyone has felt like there's some person that they wish they could be with and they can't be with, or they're in a relationship with someone that they feel is they maybe don't deserve fully, and it's like just that idea. But for me, singing it's just this really nice moment at the end, right when he's about to go to sleep, and I just tell him, whatever makes you happy and whatever you want, you're so special. I'm just telling him that hopefully I will provide whatever makes him happy and whatever he wants. That's so that just is my use of those lyrics. Not necessarily what the lyrics are meant to be.
When Tom York sings it, I feel resentment, but when you sing it, it's
beautiful.
like,
but when I hear him sing it too at the end, I do think there is resentment, but I also think it is that ultimate acceptance.
Ooh, nice.
Of the state of this relationship.
Yeah.
And he doesn't mean he still doesn't pine after that person. It's like, and he still feels like, I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I think at that point, actually, it is acceptance. Like, what am I? As if he was still chasing after this person. Like, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. I shouldn't be doing this anymore. So I think there's the whole gamut of a relationship in that song that obviously ends in them not being together.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful song that is so popular because it's very relatable. And also it's simple. The lyrics are simple. There's not many lyrics in it.
My favorite use of that song is in the Social Network trailer. Have you heard that?
No.
It's like a chorus of kids singing it.
Oh,
And he's just like, we're gonna make a dating app. He's like, what do you mean, Mark? It's like building over this thing. It's like the greatest trailer ever. It's so fucking sick. But yeah, I love that movie. Love that song. The two songs I could think of for this were both from I Saw the TV Glow. I listen to other music too. Although actually, I will say I lock into an album and that's my album.
Yeah.
And then I move on from it after a little bit. Like most recently, it was.
Wheels on the Bus.
And it was Wheels on the Bus. Avi.
yeah.
Banger.
No, it was Chappell Roan's new album.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was Olivia Rodrigo's new album. And now it's I Saw the TV Glow.
Sapphic Summer over here.
Yeah, baby. So there's this part in this song where this is a song called Anthems of excuse me, hang on. Anthems for a 17-Year-Old Girl, and it's by Broken Social Scene. And I don't know the origins of the song or how long it's existed, but it's in this movie, 2013, I guess. But it's kind of this like, I feel like it's a remix for the movie. But anyway, it's a lot of lyrics that are kind of repeated. So it's like, da, da, da. It's like, and she keeps doing the same kind of run over and over. So it's used to be one of the wretched ones, and I liked you for that. And then she kind of repeats that a couple times. And it's now you're all gone, got your makeup on, and you're not coming back. Can't you come back? Used to be one of the rotten ones, and I liked you for that. Now you're all gone, got your makeup on, and you're not coming back. Bleaching your teeth, smiling flash, talking trash under your breath. And then she repeats that. So it's like bleaching your teeth, smiling flash, talking trash under your breath. And then park that car, drop that phone, sleep on the floor, dream about me. And then she repeats that. And I just like this because I think it's like, I don't know, there's something about like the fakeness of it, and it's almost a little bit of the resentment. Like used to be one of the rotten ones, and I liked you for that. Like you used to be like raw and real, and now you're like, you know.
It sounds like it's being sung about the character Katie in Mean Girls from her friends.
No, by Lizzie Kaplan. Yeah.
Right? Like it's like you used to be like us, and now you're becoming one of the plastics, and
right.
I don't like that.
Or just I love also like it's something so. I mean, it's just anthems for a 17-year-old girl, but it's like being a teenager. Park that car, drop that phone, sleep on the floor, dream about me is such a like.
That's nice.
Such a teenage.
It's
core.
so teenage, just
evocative.
like yeah, it elicits such a feeling, and yeah, I don't know. I think just also being a wretched one. Like I used to be a wretched one is so. Especially when you're a young person, I feel like just the fakeness of friends or being like, oh, you're pretending to be something that you're not, or you're like too polished. Like, don't be too polished. You're all polished and you're talking shit. Just like try to be, you know, regular and sleep on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or wretched. I feel like before the makeover or after the makeover or both.
I think it's before. It's like you used to be one of the wretched ones, and I liked you for that.
Right.
And now you're all gone, got your makeup on, and you're not coming back. Like. I used to like you, and you've totally changed. You're talking shit, and you're bleaching your teeth, and you're sort of like this version of yourself you're trying to be. But I liked you when you were wretched.
When you were just raw, real, unpolished. Yeah,
raw, real, unpolished.
This is fun.
This is good.
This is good.
We should be around earlier in this episode. Dixie D'Amelio messaged us.
This is just all over the place.
We should be around a campfire right now.
I mean, it does feel like
I do love it.
Late night discussion right now.
Oof. Okay, I'm gonna hit you with two. Pink Floyd, "Wish You Were Here," one of my all-time favorite songs. And there's a lyric in it when he finally says, "How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year." And it's the emotional break of the song too. It's like it starts to build, and it's we're just 2 lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. And it's better voice than mine. I don't know.
It's not.
No, Zach, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
I loved your rendition.
It's like, it's so... I see it. It's very psychedelic. I can see souls floating and then kind of mixing together in a bowl. There's something about that song that I just like, it was deeply entrenched in my teenage years. Doesn't mean anything to me deeply. I just love it.
Yeah, it's a good lyric.
And it plays off the tongue in such a great way. We're just 2 lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. Like it feels nice on the mouth.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Well, one thing that reminds me of is like, there's this poem called The Waiting Room, and it's about like how weird it is that we're in a waiting room, like just with this a collection of people. And so I was just sort of thinking like, it's kind of weird that the 4 of us are in a room together out of all the other people in the world, but also it would be weird with any other person.
Rainie, who else would be here?
Who else?
Besides the 4 of us.
Besides
and
Dixie.
And Dixie,
That's
of
the only
course.
one missing.
We have had this seat empty for
Too long.
almost a year. A year and a half.
Dixie joins
you
Tripod.
would think we would just get rid of the chair, right? Like we would just get rid of it. No.
It's like on Passover, you
Dixie.
have one for Elijah.
Yeah, we open the door every day before we record, see if Dixie's there.
So on that theme of lyrics that are fun on the mouth.
Fun on the mouth.
Fun on the mouth. You guys know I love my boys Vampire Weekend, Ezra Koenig. He's just a weird lyricist, and I think he just loves being quirky for quirky
Are you going to
sake.
say your favorite ones? You remember drinking horchata?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great lyric.
I mean, what do you guys think Oxford comma was about? Because I never
Who gives a
cracked
fuck
that.
about an Oxford comma?
Yeah.
He literally just said like he learned about an Oxford comma and he's like, who gives a shit? It's very simple. He'll
Fair,
find
fair.
little ideas and
Yeah.
just go with it.
Okay.
But he also clearly loves words. And so Step has way back. I used to front like Angerwatt, Mechanicsburg, Anchorage, and Dar es Salaam, alone in New York with champagne and disco, tapes from LA and San Francisco, but actually Oakland and not Alameda. Your girl was in Berkeley with a communist reader. It's like so
That's in your bones.
So wordy.
so wordy.
Yeah.
Even like there's another song where he goes spilled kefir on the kefiyah. Like he's just taking words that sound fun and
saying
and playing
I mean,
with
horchata is literally like
Yeah, it's great.
horchata.
it.
a fun word.
Dude, I
and then the
remember-
next line is about a balaclava.
I'd look
Yeah.
psychotic in a balaclava.
I'd look psychotic in a balaclava. Winter's cold is too. Wait, winter's cold is too cold to handle.
Handle, that's what it is.
Pincher crabs that pinch at your sandals.
Yeah.
Like it's just
It's
a
evocative.
lot of
fun.
his songs don't have super deep meanings. Hannah Hunt is one of my all-time favorite songs because of how it like builds and breaks. If a song builds, I'm in.
Yeah.
Start little, get big.
Yep.
And though we live on the U.S. dollar, you and me, we have our own sense of time. And it's
And
sense,
it breaks the,
but it's sense. You know, like sense like money.
Yeah.
Sense like...
Sense of time.
I just... It
Double
gets me.
entendre.
It hits, baby.
It gets me.
I remember buying that Vampire Weekend, I guess it's Contra. I remember buying that at a Borders Books.
Hell
And
yeah.
me and
Hell yeah.
my high school girlfriend sat in the car and listened to the whole thing. And we were just
Good.
like, this is so sick. It's a great album.
They all are.
To that on so many road trips. It was very good driving
Oh, yeah.
album.
All right. Well, we've made it to our final segment.
Well, I sure could use some advice. And I know one guy who's got some. And his name is Miles.
It's advice that'll go for miles. Tune it to your radio station. It's advice that'll go for miles. Everyone get ready, Miles Nation. Miles Nation, go. It's advice that'll go for miles. Advice that'll go for miles.
Boom, doom, 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 doom. Boom, doom, 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 doom.
Famously
Boom,
sued.
doom, 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 doom. Boom, doom. Keep the beat going. Dum, da, 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 no. Yeah. Here we go. Summer's here, motherfuckers, let's go. Make sure you got all the ice in your cup. I'm gonna make a little thing that you've got to do, so listen up here. Believe in yourself. That's all you can do. Believe in yourself, baby. Because that's gonna be the thing to do. My ice machine broke and I was worried, but guess what I did? I fixed that shit. I went in there and I moved it all around. It was because I put my chana masala in town. The chana masala broke the ice cube maker. It fell all over the place. It made it wet. The freezer full of water. Everything got ice on it. Then I was like, oh no, what do I do? So I went into the freezer and I unscrewed the thing. So yeah,
Wow.
I put a chana masala where the ice cube go, and I shoved this thing, and I closed it really fast, and it knocked the ice machine into the freezer, so it was just hanging by a cable. And I went in there, and I fixed it, and I got it hung back up, and then it was just pouring water into the freezy cup, making a big cube of ice, and then I fixed that too. So my advice that'll go for Miles Nation is that you're going to want to know that you can believe in yourself and you can fix your shit when it goes wrong.
Yes.
In your house. It's not that hard to know how to do stuff. You just have to learn.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Video.
If you try and you fail,
yeah, it's fine.
You'll call the TaskRabbit.
Done.
So you'll end up in the same place you were before you tried and failed.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So might as well
try and fail.
Give it a fucking shot.
Give it a shot to fix that.
If you fuck up, you're in the same place you were before. So it doesn't make a difference.
If you don't put yourself out there, then Dixie may never even know that she knows who you are.
I'm still reeling from the fact that we're on her story right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go follow her.
That means that like all of these other influencers are looking at Dixie's story and they're going, oh.
Who the hell is that? Who the hell are those?
Who the hell are these fucking weirdos? Right?
No, they tapped through that story so fast.
Well, I didn't click follow back. So just going to say she's not following me. But there we are.
If Dixie follows me, holy fuck. There's no way she follows me.
I can't believe she watched the dumpling episode. Where we eat dumplings and then we eat eggs.
That episode was insane.
That episode was completely unhinged.
She certainly doesn't follow me. But honestly, I'm going to toss that follow. She doesn't follow Zach either.
That's embarrassing.
She just follows Keith. She just follows Keith and Kelsey. No, sorry, Keith and Kelsey follow her.
Yeah, I just did.
She doesn't follow any of us.
But maybe that's why. Maybe she's like, well, I don't want to follow him.
She follows Victoria Paris.
She has 20 million followers.
Well, she's kind of famous.
That is a psycho amount of followers to have. So we're live to 20 million
and that's
people.
On Instagram. I'm sure on TikTok it's like 80. Because she's really a TikTok star.
To be live in front of 20 mil is an honor.
Let's see how many she's got on TikTok.
Stay tuned. Me, Miles, Rainie, Keith, Dixie, in a palapa, plogging. Let's go.
Yeah, that'd be good. Honestly, it could be podcast at Plog at Dixie's house, or it could just be Plog at Yoshinoya Beef Bowl Part 2 with Dixie D'Amelio.
She's got 55.9 million. Also, when I was trying to hit search to follow her, I got a drop down and I just followed some random person. And then when I went to try to unfollow them, instead I sent them a wave. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm locked in.
All right. Keith's friends with this person.
Now this person's going to be really disturbed by me. Like, hello, it's me, Keith. I followed you back.
That's so funny.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Oh, well, it happens. Anyway,
Keith?
thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys. I hope that you're all out there and you're staying cool.
Yep.
And just remember, you got to beat that heat.
Keith, here's with the official Trap Path theme song.
Hey, Dixie, how you feeling? Hey, Dixie, how do you do? I said, hey, Dixie, how do you feeling?
Hey, Dixie, how do you do?
It's Dixie. We'll call it the Dixie Show.
The Dixie-sode.
Not Dixie Chicks. Dixie Show.
The Dixie Show is a tripod.
Have a good ass week.